Hey Raider Nation, what's good? Buckle up because we've got some electrifying Las Vegas Raiders news straight from the desert that's going to get you hyped for the 2025 season. The silver and black are making waves, and the latest bombshell? They just signed UFL standout Seth Williams to bolster that wide receiver room right before training camp kicks off. After a lackluster 2024, where our offense averaged a measly 18.2 points per game, it's clear the Raiders are on a mission to turn things around. So, who is Seth Williams, and why should you be stoked about this move? Let's dive into the heart of this story and unpack what it means for our beloved Las Vegas Raiders. Picture this. It's July 23rd, 2025, and the Intermountain Health Performance Center in Henderson, Nevada, is buzzing with energy as veterans report for training camp. The Raiders, under the legendary Pete Carroll and new GM John Spytek, are shaking things up after a rough 4-13 season. The offense was a sore spot last year, ranking 27th in total offense and dead last in rushing. But now, with fresh faces and a renewed sense of purpose, the team is ready to rewrite the narrative. Enter Seth Williams, a 6 feet 3 inches, 211-pound beast who lit up the UFL with the DC Defenders, snagging 11 catches for 170 yards and 2 touchdowns in just 4 games. That's the kind of firepower that could spark something special in Las Vegas. Now, let's talk about why this signing is such a big deal for the Raiders. Seth Williams isn't just another name on the roster. He's a former 6th-round pick by the Denver Broncos in 2021 with stints at Jacksonville and Dallas, and he's got the size and skills to make a real impact. His UFL postseason performance, including 3 catches for 107 yards and a touchdown, shows he's got clutch potential. With veterans like Jacoby Myers and Trey Tucker already in the mix, plus rookies like Jack Beck and Donnie Thornton Jr. drafted in 2025, the wide receiver room is turning into a battleground. Who's going to step up and claim those coveted spots? That's the question buzzing around Raider Nation right now. So what's next for Seth Williams and the Las Vegas Raiders? Training camp is where dreams are made or broken, and with Pete Carroll's competitive spirit leading the charge, you know every practice is going to be intense. Williams will need to outshine veterans like Kyle Phillips, Colin Johnson, and Alex Bachman to secure a spot, maybe even on the practice squad start. But don't sleep on this guy. His physicality and playmaking ability could make him a dark horse. Raider Nation, are you as pumped as I am to see how this plays out? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's get this hype train rolling. All right, let's zoom in on the bigger picture for the Las Vegas Raiders as training camp fires up. Pete Carroll, at 73 years young, is bringing that signature energy that made him a legend with the Seahawks. He's already predicting, "We are going to win a bunch," and you can feel the belief radiating from players like Max Crosby and Geno Smith. Speaking of Geno, the Raiders pulled off a massive coup by signing him to a 2-year extension, reuniting him with Carroll after their Seattle days. This isn't just a roster tweak. It's a cultural reset for a franchise that hasn't won 10 games since 2021. Can you feel the momentum building, Raider Nation? The Raiders' offense is getting a complete overhaul, and it's not just about Seth Williams. The team drafted Ashton, the first running back taken in the 2025 NFL Draft, to fix that league-worst rushing attack. Pair that with new offensive coordinator Chip Kelly's innovative schemes, and we got the makings of something explosive. Geno Smith, who threw for 223.4 yards per game last season with the Seahawks, is ready to lead this unit with unfinished business on his mind. But here's the kicker. With a loaded AFC West featuring Andy Reid's Chiefs, Sean Payton's Broncos, and Jim Harbaugh's Chargers, the Raiders have to bring their A-game. What do you think? Can Geno and this new-look offense compete in this division? On the defensive side, the Raiders are making noise too. They just signed 3-time Pro Bowl safety Jamal Adams, another Carroll reunion, along with cornerback JT Woods and guard Antonio Mafi. The secondary, which could see up to 5 new Week 1 starters, is a major storyline to watch. Max Crosby, the heart and soul of this defense, is preaching perfection and excellence every day, and you know he's ready to wreck quarterbacks alongside Christian Wilkins, who's coming off a career year with 9 sacks. But with Wilkins starting camp on the PUP list due to a Jones fracture, the depth will be tested early. Who's going to step up in his absence? Let's hear your predictions, Raider Nation. The stage is set for an epic training camp, and Seth Williams is just one piece of this exciting puzzle. With Carroll's competition Wednesday mentality, where every practice is a battle, the Raiders are fostering a culture of grit and determination. The team's first open practice at Allegiant Stadium on August 2nd is going to be a spectacle. And don't forget the joint practice with the 49ers on August 16th. Imagine Seth Williams lining up against Nick Bosa or Fred Warner. That's the kind of test that'll show us what he's made of. Raider Nation, are you ready to see this squad come together? Let's talk about it in the comments. Let's circle back to Seth Williams and what he brings to the Las Vegas Raiders. At 25 years old, this Auburn product has bounced around the NFL from Denver to Jacksonville to Dallas. But his UFL stint proved he's got untapped potential. Those 11 receptions for 170 yards in 4 games? That's an average of 15.5 yards per catch. Folks, a big play threat we've been missing. His 107-yard postseason performance shows he can shine when the lights are brightest. But here's the real question. Can he translate that to the NFL level and earn a spot on this crowded roster? The competition is fierce, and I want to know what you think his chances are. The wide receiver room is stacked with storylines. Jacoby Myers, the dependable veteran, is expected to lead the group, but Trey Tucker, entering his 3rd year, is looking to break out after improving in 2024 despite shaky QB play. Then you've got the rookies, Jack Beck, Donnie Thornton Jr., and others, who are hungry to make their mark. Seth Williams, with his size and athleticism, could be a wild card, especially on special teams, where his connection to assistant GM Brian Stark might give him an edge. But with veterans like Philip Dorsett also in the mix, signed alongside Williams on July 22nd, the battle for reps is going to be brutal. Who's your pick to emerge as the X factor in this group? Training camp is where the Las Vegas Raiders' identity for 2025 will start to take shape. Pete Carroll's infectious enthusiasm has guys like Max Crosby and Geno Smith talking about being delusional enough to believe in a turnaround. That's the kind of mindset that could flip the script on a franchise that's been starving for success. With new additions like Ashton, Jeanty, Jamal Adams, and Seth Williams, plus a coaching staff that's all in on competition, the Raiders are building something special. But here's the hook. Will this revamped roster gel in time to make noise in the AFC West? Drop your hot takes below, Raider Nation.